Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Good Time Gal. I'm your host, Peluffo. Holy cow, we did it. We made it through another week. Well, that sounded really morbid, but, you know, life. Anywho, I'm just watching my cat do a bunch of shit I don't want it to do, but I'm not going to get up and chase her. You know what I mean? Why even bother? I love my cat, I should be honest. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this week's episode... fantastic. We got Brendan Sagalow. What a ham. He is so funny. If you want to catch him at Brendan Sagalow, exactly how it sounds, on Instagram and Twitter. He's a sweet boy, and he's so funny. He's going to be recording an album later this month, so if you want to check that out, make sure you follow him on Instagram, and he'll put out when he's going to be recording that album. He's so funny. We have a really good time. He reminds me so much of my beloved cousin, Jimmy. Just a silly goose, and we laugh so much. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy this episode. If you want to follow the pod, it's at Good Time Gal Pod on Instagram, and I am at Caitlin Peluffo on Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, please rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, the whole kit and caboodle. That would be great. And stay safe and healthy, whatever that means to you. I don't know. Use a condom, wear a mask. It's all the same. Nothing matters. My cat is now eating the curtains. You can probably hear it. Oh, gosh. I love her so much. I don't have the heart to be like, bad kitty. But she's being a very bad kitty. But I love her so much. She's a spoiled kitty. Oh, they're going to fall down. Okay, no, I have to go now. Anyway, enjoy this episode with Brendan Sagalow. I love him to bits. And we'll see you next week. Stop it! Bye. Stop it with the metronome. Okay. All right, on the count of three, we're going to... Yes, we're going to say yes on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Yes. That was fantastic.
Great, so now we have it.
Yeah, it's all synced up.
Okay.
Just like our periods.
Wow, I've never done that with anybody.
Really?
Yeah, I feel closer to you now.
We're in tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sorry I'm asking so many questions I was asking so many questions before we started about your amazing apartment.
Thank you so much. We got very lucky.
Because I've been living in this shithole, not to make it about me, but I've been living in this shithole for like 4 years. And I just started being like... It felt like a 4-year depression of denial that I was going to be living in this place. I was like, I'll be out of here in a 1-bedroom castle by July maybe.
Yeah. What's this shithole?
It's just a house, but it's for randoms. We're not friends.
Yeah.
One of them hates America.
Well.
And everything that comes along with it, which unfortunately is me.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So we've been having some issues, and the walls are blank. There's nothing on the wall. I keep everything in my room. I keep food in my room.
Yeah.
Like I was in college, and I was like, you know what I mean? Like I am carrying like a.
These are my cheese doodles.
Exactly. And I have like all my bathroom accessories and shit inside my room.
Yeah.
And I just went, fuck this. I was like, fuck it. I gotta make this place my own. It's like, you don't realize how important having like a fucking nice place with like shit on the walls is, because I feel like I'm in a fucking hospital.
Yeah.
And then I just started putting shit on the wall. I'm telling everybody I put all my food in the kitchen, which is, some people might laugh at, but that's a big fucking move.
I'm proud of you.
As a 29-year-old man, having my food in the kitchen.
You put your bread in the kitchen, baby.
I have to not only trust my roommates, but trust in myself that if anybody takes my shit, I have to stand up for myself.
Oh, that's the big part.
It's huge.
Because you don't want to start a confrontation.
I mean, before quarantine, I was a non-confrontational man.
Yeah.
But there is an animal that's being released, and I feel like I need to take it out on somebody.
Roar! Those are my cheese doodles.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping someone takes my cheese doodles so I could start some shit.
I don't know why. Do you like cheese doodles? It just came to mind.
I don't have cheese doodles.
Oh, you're
because
not.
I'm watching my figure. Right now I have these Irish crisps.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm taking so much time out of what the show is about. I'll say one last thing, but
No, you tell me about those Irish crisps.
I have these Irish crisps, and they're god awful. They're
Really?
Yeah, they're really bad. And a comic, Katie Boyle, she gave them to me, and she's such a sweetheart. So I feel bad shitting on the crisps.
Well, she is not the crisps.
She is not the crisps, nor should she identify as crisps.
No. She's better than crisps.
She's a human.
Yep.
So
look at you feminist.
She's equal all of a sudden.
Yeah. I respect her.
I talk to her like a person. And she gave me the crisps, and she gave me so many, and I was so excited. I mean, it was not it was what do you call it? I didn't ask for the crisps.
They were a gift.
They were just a gift. She just decided to give me these chips.
That's
crisps,
lovely.
And I was so excited because I was like, finally, I have like a like a very healthy snack to chew on while I'm playing my video game.
Good.
And I took one bite out of the barbecue crisps, and it was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my entire life. So
were they like low fat, low sodium?
Yeah, but that wasn't the problem. It was the flavor. It was awful.
Really?
Yeah, they're like low calorie and everything, but they were just fucking awful. But she gave me a bunch of different flavors, so I took one bite of the barbecue ones, and I threw the entire bag out. And I kept the other. So there's sour cream and onion. There's a bunch of them that I haven't tested, but I'm gonna eat it right above the garbage can.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a Roman.
One crisp and done. That's a bad crisp.
That's a bad crisp, and I feel bad wasting food.
Of course,
but
you're not going to eat them.
Who am I going to give them to?
The mice in your bed, in your pantry. That's who's going to get them, or gift them to your unpatriotic roommate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
poison them.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a mouse?
Oh yeah.
Here,
yeah.
Here, really?
I know, right? We have had mice. That's one of the reasons we got poor little Bowie. Poor little Bowie. I say that. Yeah. Sweet little Bowie is what we went to the vet today. So it's poor little Bowie. She got like poked and prodded. Yeah, but she's okay. I think that's why she's sleeping over there, because she's just like, just don't touch me. Yeah. And but yeah, I've had mice in every apartment I've ever lived in.
What?
Yeah,
that's
every
crazy.
single one. Where do you live?
I live in Astoria.
Oh yeah. Well, I feel like Astoria is a little newer.
It also doesn't have a lot of mice, I don't think, because it's rampant with stray cats.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you live there, right? You lived.
Well,
there.
Steve did, and so I would go and stay there a lot when we were living in sin. You know? And we're still living in sin.
Now
but
you're just a married couple.
Yeah, now the rent's cheaper, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've always had mice, and no cockroaches.
I've had cockroaches.
Yeah.
I've had one cockroach, and that was the worst night of my life.
Oh, no, it happened.
Awful. It was awful. I was living in Forest Hills with my then girlfriend in a studio apartment, and it was humid. It was one of those humid days, so the cockroaches are just flying around, and this one just fucking, not only was it, I was out doing spots. And I get this text message, and it's like the beginning of the night, too. Like, I had just got to the comedy club, and it was my ex-girlfriend being like, Brendan, there's a fucking cockroach in here. It's huge. What do? I don't know what to do. And it's one of those things where you're like, fuck. You want to just be like, just fucking deal with it. You know what I mean?
Kill it. That's what you do.
Be a man.
Oh,
shit.
That was my phone. It just flipped.
That was the cockroach.
Yeah.
It followed me.
Yeah.
And
try and kill me, motherfucker.
So I did feel bad for her, because the whole night she's just in a blanket, like watching TV, like hoping that it doesn't touch her or anything like that. So then I get home and I see it, and it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So it's like understandably terrifying. And I thought I caught it in a blanket, and I went outside and I went like that, and I was like, that's it, done.
Oh no.
And then the next morning we just saw it like sitting like right next to us, and I was like, God damn it, this city sucks.
I love that you tried to save the cockroach. You didn't just try and kill it.
That's more of a mess. It was huge.
Really?
Yeah, it would be like putting a dog down.
That's a big cockroach.
It was huge.
I don't want to murder a wiener dog.
But you know what I have now?
What?
Ants.
Oh, those are awful too.
Awful.
Because then they crawl on you and you think that they're everywhere.
Yes. And also, if you leave any food out for a minute, it's fucked.
Yeah.
You go back and they're just covered in it.
Yeah.
So I have like I bought so many ant traps off Amazon. I have like a Scrooge McDuck vault of ant traps just because like they're not going away.
Yeah.
You know, I clean the food, any food that's on the table. I'm pretty good with that. I have the ant traps out, and they'll go away for a couple of days, maybe a week, and then you'll just see one, and you're like, fuck.
Here they
one
come.
And they're fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
There's nothing really you could do except live with it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could call your landlord, but I mean,
What is he gonna do? He's gonna buy more ant traps.
yeah, off of Amazon, you'd be like, those are only a 4-star rating. Okay, I've done my research.
You need to get the.
Yeah.
I wish I knew the fucking name.
You get that Ant Terminator 4000.
They're always X.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we have critters. They don't bother me. They bother the piss out of Steve, and I'm just like, oh, we just live with those. These are little Cinderella pets.
That would bother me very, very much.
Yeah.
I would be terrified every night. I'd be like, I would think about it while watching TV and be like, ugh.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, nothing phases me anymore. I worked in so many restaurants that like cockroaches, mice, rats,
of course,
everywhere.
Well, let me ask you this:
Oh.
Did you live in those restaurants and sleep in them and live your entire life in them?
No, but
so
I mean, they've been in my apartment. The only thing that's not been in my apartment are rats. Everything else has been.
Imagine a fucking huge rat.
I've stepped on a rat before with my bare foot.
It's just fucking gross. Have you had to? That's disgusting. Have you had to? Have you had to like get an ant trap or like a mouse trap or anything like that?
We have a mouse trap on our kitchen sink right now.
Oh my god!
But I think our mice are gone. Because we caught one, and then we got Bowie, and then we caught one more.
And you put it on the cross.
And we threw it away, and we haven't seen any droppings or anything since. So I think Bowie is now, my cat is now at the size where she's like
she
scary
can
now.
Kill these things.
Yeah. And I think her scent is everywhere in the apartment. That's what they say. They say your scent is, the cat scent is what, the pheromones is what. Scares away the mice.
That's amazing. I'm sorry I drank as you were ending your sentence.
No, that was amazing. That was a nice loud slurp too. It was really just a.
I'm having so much fun. It's almost.
You're parched.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we're talking about mice in my bedroom.
Well, I'm so hungover, so I'm just.
Yeah, let's talk. What'd you do last night?
Nothing. I mean, I went out. I went to that penthouse.
Oh
they
yeah.
Those shows.
I was there last night.
I came by very late.
Oh,
I came by like 10 or 11.
Oh, okay.
And we just fucking hung out there. The guy who runs it is a nice dude.
Yeah.
A little weird, but he's a nice guy. And we just got fucking hammered.
Yeah.
And
great.
I just felt it. I was talking to one of the managers last night, and I was like, like every couple of days I have this beast that needs to get out.
Yeah?
You know when you're like, I'm getting drunk tonight no matter what.
Yeah.
So I fucking had to. I was like I just texting everybody I knew. Are you getting blackout? Everyone's like no. I'm like, let's get blackout tonight right now.
Saturday.
Yes.
Let's go.
I need this.
Yeah. How long have you had this beast?
Years and years and years and years and years. Obviously, let's not tiptoe around what this is.
Yeah, let's chat
about
it.
Is something that a lot of people have, and some people go to meetings for.
Is it?
Yes.
Senor, we won't have to say the word. That seems rude, you know?
Yeah, my buddy Al.
Let's call him your buddy Al.
My buddy Al comes in sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just terrorizes you.
And the only reason I let him live.
Yeah,
he'll always live, but the only reason I'm not going to talk to other people who are friends with Al secretly is because I don't think he's an issue. Sometimes. I mean, with money, it's fucking awful. You know what I mean?
But you're not, like, ruining your relationships.
Well, I don't really have many relationships.
Well,
is that the show? Wait, where you go? You back? She left.
This is an intervention.
You fucker!
Get in here!
I knew it. I said to the Uber, I think this is an intervention. I don't really fuck up any relationships. Maybe like. I don't do that really.
Yeah.
Maybe if I have a girlfriend, yes, that I'm always fucking that up because I'm always getting too drunk. You know what I mean? And nobody wants, and all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, every weekend I'll be like, what's up? You know, like fucking hammered.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody wants to date that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you're that person as well. Unless
you got to find someone who's on your level.
Exactly. And
or if you decide that it's a problem, you find someone who's going to make it better. You know what I mean?
Or meet someone who I don't need to drink. You know what I mean? I think I'd rather be with...
Yeah. It's also scary to put that pressure on another person.
That is scary.
You're like, hey, will you fix me?
I didn't realize how that sounded until you said that. Yes, I'm a horrible... I can't believe I said that. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. At least you recognize it.
Yeah. It's fine, you know. It's like some weeks I'm like I'm never drinking again. Mm-hmm. It's that cliche thing where you're like never drinking again. Cheers to sobriety. Blah, blah. But there's sometimes where I'm like I can go like a month, and then it's the benders. I get caught on benders. Yeah, I get caught in these things that I'm like okay, I like haven't. Oh well, when was the last time I had a drink? Oh, a month ago, I guess. And then 3 months go by of just constant pounding, constant red swollen face. Just looking, because it's so much fun.
It is. It's the most fun.
I don't want, obviously, but I would like something bad to happen. I would like a reason.
I need a tragedy in order for me to get my act together.
Yeah, no. Obviously, God forbid.
Of course. Oh, yeah. Put the mic down.
Banging on wood.
Oh, yeah. That's his penis, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm banging on my hard penis.
Yeah, you're like, I need to get hit by a car or something. Someone's got to rob me.
Something very close. I think a doctor needs to be like, you got to slow down. Not even be like, if you have any drinks, you'll die. But like, I'll go to my doctor and I'll tell him, I'm like, I'm drinking like crazy. And he's like, you're fine.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, you know, they obviously say like you can stand to lose a couple pounds. But my blood pressure is not it's not high. It's not crazy high. It's like a little high, but it's not like crazy high.
It's not danger zone high.
It's not danger zone high. Mm-hmm. My lungs are fine. Everything's fine. My blood is fine. Yeah. And so he's like, keep on trucking.
What? That's a terrible doctor.
He's a good guy.
What do you have, Medicaid?
he always tells me how he tried stand-up one. He took like a stand-up class.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, out in Long Island. He took like a class at Governor's or something.
Oh, of course.
And he's a nice guy, you know.
Of course.
But it's like, you don't want to, you know, every doctor's the fucking same. They're always like, you know, every time you go to the doctor, like I bet your fucking doctors are like, how's it going, funny girl?
Oh, yeah, I don't tell people.
Telling fucking me neither. I don't. Yeah. But they just find out I've been going to the same dentist for fucking 8 years. Yeah. I'm 10 years into stand-up. After a couple years, they're like, so what are you doing now? You know, and I have to be like,
still stand up.
Sometimes you catch me on a good day where I'm like, I'm going to tell the whole world what I do.
Oh, of course. That's right after you have a good set and you're just like, I'm ready.
What do I do, you ask? Shit.
Want me to tell you a joke? I feel good about it.
Shit. So my doctor tells me he wants me to get a sleep apnea machine.
Stop it right now.
I do a joke I've been doing for 8 years on your podcast. Oh. That's the joke too that everybody goes. Everybody's like, "That's a really funny." I'll do like a whole set of like shit that I love, and then I'll throw that in there because it's like whatever.
Fill time, yeah,
and it's good. And people are like, that sleep apnea mask joke is so good. And I'm like, I've been doing that for 10 years. Please say the other jokes are good.
Yeah. Tell me that what I was vulnerable about.
And that's another reason, like, we're drinking, like, because we're these fucking comedy clubs. They just want you to fucking be hammered. Too.
Yeah. Well, that's also, I feel like maybe your doctor has the myth that, like, all comics are drinkers and drug addicts and, you know, sad clowns in a way. And so it's just like, oh, comics will be comics.
You think he's setting me up for failure? Because
yeah. He's like, come on, Belushi.
I'm his little experiment.
Yeah. It's like, this is what comics do. His blood pressure is fine.
It's like going, he just crumples it up and fucking throws it out.
You're living the life I wish I could.
Wow, you might be the healthiest guy in the world. Slaps me on the ass.
Yeah, go get him.
Sure?
You roll out of the waiting room.
My nose is bleeding. What was I going to say?
I'm so sorry.
You reminded me of something.
Doctor's office, Long Island.
No.
Governor's class.
No, and I hate this.
Oh,
I don't like trying to be reminded.
I ruined you.
But, fuck, man.
When it comes back, you just shout it out. Okay?
You know what I've been drinking a lot?
What?
I've been fucking burying my body in White Claws all goddamn quarantine.
Good for you. You're watching your figure.
Yes.
Okay? I hear you.
That's even like, I'm like, they're a godsend, these White Claws.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. 100 calories? Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Get out. It's
Get
so
outta here.
good. No, you get out.
So fucking good. It's like so good because I pound like 12 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could bring them on the subway and shit. You could walk around with them and everything.
Yeah. They're very good. And they don't make you bloated. Oh, God. I stopped drinking for like a month. I've lost 15 pounds.
15?
Yeah, it's insane.
Wow.
Like I was like, oh, I didn't think I had a problem, but now I might. My body might be allergic to it. And it's just like, we'll give you abs. Just stop. Just stop drinking. And right before I stopped drinking, and it's not going to stick, mind you. Okay. Yeah, this isn't permanent.
That was going to be my question.
No. But I discovered like White Claw-esque hard seltzers, and I was like, oh, this is what I should have been doing the whole time.
Oh yeah. And they get you fucked up.
Oh yeah.
And I think the big problem with like my drinking is
no, let's put the quotes around the problem.
My problem with drinking.
There you go.
I'm putting quotes I'll put quotes around the whole sentence.
Do it.
Is every time I have a thing where I'm like, whoa, this is a crazy night. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Even when I'm like I once, this was years ago, it was the night before my birthday. I was living with my dad out in Jersey, and we were going to go back to Long Island and celebrate with my mom and my sister and have a little birthday day.
Oh.
For old Brendy. But the night before was, a big party at the Fat Black Pussycat. I think Che had just gotten The Daily Show. That's how long ago this was.
Okay.
Che had just gotten The Daily Show, and Giannis just got his half hour.
Mm-hmm.
So this was like they were celebrating.
Yeah.
And I came by, and nobody knew who I was, and I was just like, there were a few people that I was, on the wallflower with and everything. Mm-hmm. And
observing.
Just got fucking obliterated. I'm like, tomorrow's my birthday. It's my birthday at midnight. I'm whispering it to myself.
Yeah.
My birthday at midnight. And I'm having such a good time. There's celebrities here. I'm 23. The world is on fire.
Yeah, of course. You're spinning,
baby.
Just twirling in the Fat Black Pussycat. Look at me.
I am barely breathing. I can't find the air.
Oh, beautiful.
And I got fucking obliterated because they just saw me and they were like, I think they were like, all Che and everybody was like, I remember Che being like, who is this? Does anybody know who this is? And I'm like, hey. And someone's like, that's Brendan. He's great. Blah, blah. And they're like, okay. Just brought out a tray of shots and just, it was like a game for them. And it was a game for me. I'm just like, what? I'm like, more, give me more. They're like, give them more. Blah, blah, blah. I had so much booze that I had to take the PATH train back to Jersey City where I was living with my dad. Fell asleep. Woke up at like 8 a.m.
Oh.
I was supposed to be going with my dad at like 9:45. He was like, remember, we're getting up 9:45. Go out in Long Island. Have a birthday with your mom. And I was like, I'll be home. Don't worry. I wake up at... So I was supposed to get off at Exchange Place. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're familiar with the PATH train.
Not that familiar, but it sounds like a stop.
Yeah, it is a stop. That's you're very
I'm quite astute.
Astute, yes. Perfect. You're taking the words right out of my fucking mouth. So I'll put it in New York terms. I was supposed to get off at Lexington.
Okay.
And I woke up at Coney Island.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I woke up in Coney Island, and I'm covered in this sticky black shit. I'm not covered like I'm not like, I'm not, but it's all over my clothes on like my right side of my body, and it's on my skin, and it's like I don't know what it is. If it can't be oil. I didn't know where I would have found oil, but it was oily. It was sticky. I had to take a shower. It was like one of those where it wasn't coming off, so you're scrubbing it really hard. So it's not even satisfying when it comes off.
Yeah.
And I'm hungover as hell. I had to have my dad pick me up. He's like, "What did you do last night?" And I was like, "It was the fucking best." And I slept the entire day. Got up once for cake. Just fucking hungover. Happy birthday to you. Pick your head up. Happy birthday. And then I went back to sleep for the rest of the day. And that's just one of those times where it's like you look back and you're like, I could have had a really nice time with my family. But I just got hammered and tried to please people who were using me as a game. And it was one of the best nights of my life.
Well, I mean, you got shit-faced on Michael Che's dime. Yeah. I mean, on your birthday at the cellar, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a great night.
I mean, that's a great night.
I know.
And it's cool of your parents to understand.
They were very understanding.
That's incredible.
And it's also my birthday, so part of me is going like, whatever, it's my birthday. I can do what I want. If I want to sleep on my birthday, I'll sleep on my birthday. And they're like, all right, Brendan, whatever.
Yeah, secretly your mother's crying in the bathroom.
Yeah, she's like paying the guy who brought a pony to like
just put it down.
You said you'd pay me for 6 hours. Well, he's not coming out. So.
Yeah. I think if he smells the pony, he will Ralph.
But like that's the problem. I never regret anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I have no regrets.
Do you black out?
No, not really.
Oh,
I haven't blacked out, and I tried last night. I tried to black out. I literally was texting my friend. He was like, "Hey man, what are you doing tonight?" Because I called him earlier to be like, "Are you blacking out?" And he was like, "I'm in Long Island." He's like, "I'm back in Astoria. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm gonna black out right here." And I just like tequila's when tequila's there. I'm like, that's blackout juice for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't blacked out in forever.
Good for you.
You know what I mean? It's always kind of like a brownout, or I'm like, how the fuck did I get home? Or someone will be like, dude, you remember what you were saying last night? You were so fun. And I'm like, was I embarrassing? Was it horrible? Just filled with this anxiety.
Yeah.
And people be like, they're just like, no, you were fucking hilarious. You were so funny. Every line was killing. Somebody said that to me. They were like, you were the most on I've ever seen you.
Oh no.
And I was like, yes. They were like, you were cracking everybody up. It was like, I was like, I'm never gonna stop. This is amazing.
Have you ever done anything embarrassing? Or what would your idea of embarrassing be?
Well, I go back and I think about it. I mean, I've never like shit my pants in front of everybody or anything like that. Good. I have shit my pants though. But I have never done
I was alone.
But I've never done anything where I look back now and I'm still embarrassed. It's always shit like the next day where you're like, oh fuck, what was I embarrassing last night? What did I do? What did I say? Like they'll do like, you went up to the, oh okay, hold on, I just remembered something. This is the most embarrassing thing I've ever done, and I'm still embarrassed by it. And this is how, because I was so drunk. I'm hanging out at Patty McGuire's.
Goody.
I just remembered this. I'm hanging out at Patty McGuire's and a bar on whatever, 2nd Avenue.
Yeah.
And I'm with everybody at New York Comedy Club.
Okay.
And I'm already shit-faced. Like, where I'm like, I'm not blackout, but I'm like trying to make everybody laugh. You know, like that kind of shit-face where you're like, I'll do anything. I don't care. And I'm with Christina, the head bartender or waitress there.
Yes.
And I go to her, and there's a woman with a guy at the bar. And she has her phone in her back pocket. So it's half out. I don't know these people. I don't know who these people are.
Brendan.
I turn to Christina and I go, how much do you think I can... I was like, how much do you want to bet I can take that chick's phone out of her pocket and put it in my pocket and she wouldn't even notice? And Christina might be on her first... drink, so she's like, Brendan, no. And I'm like, I'm gonna do it. She's like, Brendan, don't. And then she just kind of like, she was like, I think she got to a point where she's like, well, there's no way he's not gonna do this. So she's like, I'm gonna film it. And she filmed it, and I go up to this chick's ass. I probably shouldn't even be, I'm incredibly sorry. I'm incredibly. This is a very low point in my life. I'm not proud of this.
I'm a different person.
I'm a different person now. I swear to God. I grab her ass. No. I walk up and I start going like, hey, I'm just gonna wait for just trying to talk and distract them while the minute I touch her phone and so I have her phone in my hand. She doesn't feel that. The second I pull it up, she grabs her phone. She's like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's a funny thing I'm doing. I was like, this is a joke. I was like, look, she's filming me. We were making a little joke. And she's like, get the fuck out of here, screaming at me. He's like, what the fuck, dude? I'm so surprised this guy didn't hit me. He should have hit me. He could have. And I would have deserved it. I would have felt nothing, but I would have deserved it completely. Yeah. And Christina had to walk up and go, he's fucking hammered. We did that. She just told her the whole thing. I walk away and I see them laughing together.
Oh, so she's the best. Whew. Yeah.
Completely forgot that even happened. Next morning, cut 2. Next morning, Christina sends me the video, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't believe I did that. It was like the criminal shit that I've done while hammered. I can't even say one of the things on this.
What'd you do?
I can't. I'll tell you after. But it's like, I didn't hurt anybody or rape anybody or anything like that.
Jesus Christ. That's your standard?
That's my standard for evil. I don't know what your standard is. But
you stole something, didn't you?
No, I would tell you if I stole something. I did. I can't.
What did your friend do?
I don't think that'll work in court.
Oh my God!
I don't think that'll work in court. I'll tell you later.
Okay, all right.
But it's not terrible. I'm just afraid to admit it because it was actually very recent.
Oh Jesus!
So
Christ.
I'm afraid to admit it because I don't want them. I don't want some detective that's on the case. Not like there would be a detective.
Jesus Christ! What did you do?
I'll tell you later. It's not terrible. But
did you tag something?
You mean like vandalize?
Yes.
That's very close.
Oh Jesus Christ, Brendan! Oh boy.
Whatever. We'll
Godspeed.
But that's the type of shit where even that I'm like. That is the trying to steal the phone as a gag and the thing that will not be named are shit that I'm like, oh, it's getting bad.
Yeah.
Like this isn't that way. It was still fun, but it's like a story, but it's like this shit could really start fucking me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This isn't like staying out till 7 a.m. and like, and being like hammered and whatever. This isn't sleeping on a train.
Yeah.
Till 7 a.m.
Jesus.
And waking up in Coney Island. This is like bad shit. But I still go like, this is crazy. I'm still like into it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's so fun. Whenever I hear stories like that, I'm like, God, I want to drink.
Yeah.
You know, I want to not be responsible for my actions, even though I'm very much responsible for my actions.
Yeah. And like 9 out of 10 times, it's clean fun. You're just getting hammered and nothing bad happens. And I would even go as far as to say 7 out of 10 times I don't have a hangover.
Yeah.
I'm like a little clouded the next day. Like right now I don't have a hangover. I'm just clouded.
Yeah.
You know.
When did you start drinking? High school?
When did I start? Senior year of high school, yeah.
Senior year. What was the first time you drank?
The first time?
Yeah. What'd you drink and where were you?
The first time I had a sip of beer was I was walking home from school and I saw an open Sam Adams on the road and I was like, let me try this.
Oh my God.
And I tried it and it was disgusting, obviously.
It was probably pee.
It was probably pee. I'm almost 100% sure it was urine.
That was someone pissed in that bottle.
Someone pissed in a bottle.
It was like some 5th grader is going to drink.
And I drank it. And I drank the piss.
Oh.
I'm a piss drinker.
Oh, it explains so much.
I don't know. I think I was just talking to somebody about this, and I was like, could this be a bit where I don't think it can be a bit because I don't think many people could actually relate to this, but my group of friends from high school, none of us drank. We were all just pot smokers. None of us drank. And then one weekend, we all drank. We didn't even, it wasn't even like somebody started drinking and we're like, oh, fucking Robbie's drinking. That's strange. It was just like Robbie showed up with a Colt 45. We're like, yes. Why haven't we been drinking? Of course. That was the missing ingredient.
Yeah.
To this perfect life.
Yeah.
So we just started drinking. We would carry around 40s and stuff because we were like weirdos like that. So like I would show up to parties with like Colt 40, like a huge Colt 45. While everybody's like has like Natty Ice or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the? You're just bringing a malt liquor. I'm just like, what's up, bitches?
I'm 17.
Yeah.
Drinking like a 54-year-old veteran.
RZA's the best person in the world. Old dirty bastard's my soul.
Oh, were you cool in high school?
Was I cool?
I mean,
shit, I don't know. You tell me. He points to his earrings.
Earrings.
Earrings. My little snake bites. Somebody
You
called me.
sassy goose.
I'm a sassy goose. I wasn't cool, no. Were you like this? I did not. Maybe I did care, but I had a mentality of like, I don't give a shit what anyone thinks of me. So I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I wore eyeshadow like a doofus. I wore
fun.
I would dress like Billy Joe Armstrong and like one day and then Eminem the next day. I wore do-rags and everything. And I was like, fuck it, And now I'm older and I'm like, I care what everyone thinks.
Oh, I flip-flopped.
You flip-flopped?
In high school, I cared so much. It made me do the stupidest shit just because
Really?
I was so like insecure. What are people doing? I want to make sure I dress a certain way. Blah, 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 blah. And it was very controlled. And then now I could care less.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's thrilling.
That's
I feel great.
That's great. I think it's always going to be a part of me. But now I'm kind of going back to being like, whatever, fuck it. I think like without comedy,
Yeah.
because for so long we're kind of we're being like we're being like groomed to be like, you got to dress a certain way, you got to talk a certain way. If you want to get on TV, you can't wear that, you can't look like that.
Yeah.
And now it's all gone, and I'm like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care. Who gives a shit? It'll make me more unique.
Yeah.
But I think I'll always have that anxious back of the head thing where it's like, you care if people are nice to you and if they like you.
Yeah. What are they saying behind your back?
Yeah.
How could you possibly change their perception of you? What are you doing? Like, I always have this idea of like the Caitlin who is confident and walks into a room and doesn't look around to see who else is here.
Yeah.
Just walks in and is like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that's so not me.
Yeah. And a part of you goes like, can I be that way, or am I denying who I am? Like, do I think you can like learn to be like that and like teach yourself to be like that, but without lying to yourself. But it's such a hard thing to do because I'm such an anxious idiot that I'm like, am I pretending to not be who I am? Should I just walk in and be like, what's up, man? Hey, you're really cool.
Yeah, but if that's not, I feel like it's also, you have to try and be the person you want to be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's like, if you just succumb to that, then that's also a different form of misery. Does that make sense? So
totally.
If you just like, okay, I am anxious and nervous, and so I will just be anxious and nervous. It's like, that's also not going to make you happy.
Yeah. And then also some days you're not anxious and nervous. Some days you're like, I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So this is just one of those days that I'm not that.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Do you think you drink more on the days where you feel anxious or the days you don't?
I think I drink more on the days where I don't feel anxious. Because I think I'm drinking to celebrate.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean? Because if I'm anxious, I'm like, I just want to go home. I don't want to be here. I don't want to drink. I mean, I still drink. Like, I've put some down in as a sign of anxiety.
Yeah, I've had a shaky hand with a brewski.
Yeah, I've been a little bit of a wallflower with a Sprite and rum.
Oh,
I know,
gross.
that's terrible. I just said two things. But no, if I'm like yesterday when I had that beast that wanted to come out, I was having a great day. I was like, this is a great day. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah.
I think I just came from a day where I was like feeling a little melancholy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was like, this, I feel good. I feel happy.
Yeah.
Let me drown that out.
I want to hide it.
Yeah. And the
time
show,
to squish it.
The show wasn't like bad or anything like that. So it's like, that's another reason to drink. If I bomb, I don't drink because I'm like, unless there's a party that night. But
I love you so much. I got to turn this around.
Yeah. But if I have a bad show or if the show's bad, you just like, you know how you like, you're just wearing it and you're like, I gotta shower. I gotta get this bomb off of me.
Yeah.
But if I have like a really good show and it's just like killer, I'm like, let's put them back, dude. Let's fucking
It's
go.
almost like wanting to keep it going.
That's exactly what it is.
I found myself the other night, I had a great set. I came off stage and I was still, jiving,
Zapping.
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't drinking because I decided to take the month off because I had been drinking every single day for 3 months. Woo!
Been there.
And,
currently there.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, what do I do? And then I was like, am I obnoxious? I think I'm obnoxious. This is what a turn of events.
Kaylin, the amount of times "Am I obnoxious" plays in my head. I felt that coming into your apartment. And I love all these people. We all know each other. We're all friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What's up, bitches?" Like when I come in and I'm like, "What's up, bitches?" I'm always like, "You're being that guy again. Slow it down. You are obnoxious."
Oh, that's so
I'm like
funny.
asking questions like, "What is that? Whoa, that's so cool." I don't know. And then a part of me is like, "Brendan, they don't want to hear questions. People don't want to answer questions."
Oh, it's people like questions.
Nah.
It means you're taking an interest. Women love questions.
You really?
Yeah, if you're asking questions about me and the things I care about, that's you taking an interest. I'm flattered.
Wow, why did I read somewhere that women find questions boring?
Really?
Yeah.
When it's about them? That's misguided.
Of course. I'm at such a weird stage in my women.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was your ex-girlfriend
desperately mingling?
Oh, really?
No. But I thought that would be a funny thing to say. When we broke up, I was like, gotta get back on that horse, Mm-hmm. And then, it's like ups and downs where I'm like, man, I just kind of want to fuck somebody. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, I want to be in a relationship. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, single's the best. Fucking AC/DC now, anytime I want. Dan.
I feel like that's the difference between men and women. It's literally like men get out of a relationship and they're like, I want to fuck something right now. And then they get sad. And with women, it's just like, I just want to work on me.
Yes.
And then about 3 months later, they're like, I will fuck anything that moves.
Yes. And they do, which is so good for them.
See, you are a true feminist.
I'm a true feminist. I stand for everything.
Yeah.
Except when there's a chair around, and I'd love to sit down.
Oh, Brendan.
But I was like, trying to. I'm all over the place with it, and then I'm very much. It's under the umbrella of work on yourself.
Yes.
But all of that's in there swimming around, being like, singles the best. Be in a relationship. Just fuck anything that moves. Why can't you fucking... But that desperate, you feel... that like, people feel it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, fucking... You have to, like, force yourself back. Because that the beast of, like, being like, I want to be with somebody, it starts to creep up as well.
Oh, for sure.
And then you're like, would you like to go out? There's nothing more pussy drying, I think, than asking someone out.
I don't know what magazine you're reading, but it's completely wrong.
Everybody I've asked out, they're all, I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe I'm shooting too.
Okay, ask me out right now. Let's see how you're doing it.
Oh, I hate this.
I mean, because I feel like if a man
into it.
If
you want to know how I did it recently?
Okay, yes, please.
Okay, here's the way that I did this. And to be I'll tell you the whole background of this. I had already hooked up with this girl, like just made out drunkenly, whatever. So I had asked her if she wanted to hang out. It's during quarantine.
Did you do that with the eyebrows?
I hang out.
Oh,
no, I
a lot of eyebrow action.
But this is how I did it. So I sent her I go, hey, 3 questions. It was very charming. I think.
Oh, I hate it already.
3 questions.
Oh, no.
I go, what are you doing Saturday? Do you want to hang out? Do I look fat in this shirt? And then I just sent her a picture of me in my shirt.
That's funny. That's sweet.
Shut up.
I like that.
Backtracked. So
Yeah.
Is that what you were really going to say? Funny and sweet?
I think that's funny
you
and
went,
sweet.
That's so... And then you saw my eyes look at you and you went, funny.
The last
and
part
sweet.
made me change my mind.
Okay.
The first 2 parts made me uncomfortable, but the last part was like,
go.
That's fun.
There you go.
That's fun.
So I slip into it. Like, I don't just go like... I think the first person I had asked to drinks before quarantine, like after my relationship, I did it very much like... I asked this girl, I was like, hey, do you want to go get drinks with me on Saturday, 7 o'clock? She was like, I would love that, blah, 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 blah. So then she had said to me, like, she like called me a friend or something in like, she was like, you're such a good friend, blah, blah, blah. And I went, huh, you know? I was like, well, women know what they're doing.
We don't.
So I don't believe that. I believe you choose your words very wisely when you feel like an attraction.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Am I wrong?
I think older women do. I think young women are more like, I just want the attention.
Oh, okay. Well, this girl is 29 years old, so
okay. So yeah, she knows what she's doing.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
So I go, I see the friend thing, and I go like, all right. So I wait like a half hour, and I'm like, okay. So I just text her and I go, just so you know. Which is like, what, am I lecturing her now?
Yeah.
No, I text her. I go, hey, just just a heads up from where I'm coming from. Saturday to me is a date. That's how I asked you. And she was like, oh my God, I didn't know. I thought we were just catching up as friends because I knew her from blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and that was like the first thing that happened this quarantine. I was like, oof, that really hit my ego.
Yeah.
And whatever. So we didn't go out Saturday, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm like, this was when comedy was still happening. So
yeah.
I was like, well, I work Saturdays.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I have shows.
I would have taken off. So I was like, she was like, I get it if you don't want to still go out. And I was like, I don't. I was like, I don't. We're adults. Okay.
Yeah. What are you going to chase a fish?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that's a saying.
That's the best saying I've ever heard in my life. That's what it's going to be called from now on. When you go out with somebody that you know doesn't like you, is chasing the fish. What, are you going to chase a fish? Come on.
It's slimy. You get it.
Yeah.
You don't want
it. And it's easy.
Yeah.
So whatever. That was the first. And then I asked another girl out kind of the same way because I'm an idiot. And I was like, just so you know, because I've been in positions where I go out with a girl and then she I'm like, I got a date, and then we go out and I'm like, I don't think she knows this is a date.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to be clear, I guess.
Gotta be clear.
You got to be clear.
But to be fair, I'm also like coming off of a 5-year relationship where, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing anymore. So I was like being too clear.
Yeah.
There's still a romance to the subtlety. Like, who knows? I could have gone out with that girl and we could have a great time and then hooked up at the end.
Yeah.
But because I was like, this is a date. She's not going to fucking go out with me. You know what I mean?
But I think that's important because if you then went out with her and you made a move and she was like, I thought we were just friends, I feel like that not only sets you up for another embarrassing moment, but also it could be construed as something predatory. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So I think right now men really have to be clear, like err on the side of clear.
I'm very clear, but I'm also like there has to be like a subtlety to it still. Like I'm like, because
what happened with this girl you made out with?
Oh, she just wanted to be friends.
Oh,
so it's fine. I get it, but
she made out with you. Now she owes you. No, I'm just kidding. What if that was my stance?
I paid for dinner. What the fuck?
Oh my god!
You're like, okay, now it's a fucking good time.
I just turned into my grandfather. Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's like I've been rejected so much that I'm like, it's like bombing. You know, it hurts, but we've done it. We're
There's
prepared
another
to
show.
do it again.
Yeah. There's going to be another show tomorrow, and you're probably going to bomb that too.
Yeah, to be honest, if we're making the comparison, I haven't had a good show in about 6 months.
Oh,
so I've been bombing.
It's been a lonely quarantine for old Brendan.
Yeah, I've been going to the deli to get some fucking aloe vera or whatever. Is that what it's called? Aloe vera?
Aloe vera?
Is that the
What's
skin?
your dick got a sunburn?
I'm trying to think of the right brand. I guess, yeah. I mean, at this point,
Lotion.
it's a lot of rash.
Oh,
it is
no.
a lot of rash. Lotion, yeah.
Oh, White Claws and lotion. The saddest bodega purchase ever.
That's my quarantine.
Yeah.
White Claws and lotion. So, but like now I'm getting like, I feel the I don't care-ness back, which is usually when
it happens.
When shit happens.
Yeah.
So that's good, but what are you going to do? The first couple of it's embarrassing. You want to talk about embarrassing? Asking a girl like plainly and being like, "You want to go out on a date with me?" and her being like, "We're just friends."
Yeah, I mean, I admire men who can do that, and I'll never be mean to anyone who asks me out and then you have to turn them down. But that caring part, I feel like I wonder, because I've never not cared before. Mm-hmm. And now I'm in a relationship and I don't want to be out of it. I'm very happy. Yes. But I always wonder, not always, but I have wondered if I were single right now, would I care again or would I stay not caring?
I think you'd care.
Right?
I think you'd go. I think it's like a part of you to not care and care.
Yeah.
So like some days I wake up and I'm just staring at the side of the bed which should have a person in it and I'm just like, well, look at that. Maybe I could sell that side.
you put your hand and you brush it down the pillow.
I'm just on Amazon looking at twin beds. Oh, look at all the room I can have.
Yeah, I could do yoga.
But then sometimes I'm like, oh, that's great. Kaylin just spilled all over herself. Do you do that every day? I do that every day in my life. I spill on myself every day. You're going to laugh. She's got the water in her mouth right in front of her $17,000 laptop.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
There you go.
I was like, don't say something funny. Don't you do it.
I just start doing my act.
I was like, oh, you didn't let me down.
I didn't want you to. I've spilled a drink on my computer, and it was the worst thing in the fucking world.
That'll hurt your heart.
Completely. It's just like it's like getting shot. You see it, and you're like, no, and it's you're like, fuck, like immediately.
You just lost your girlfriend again.
Yeah, and this one's been better to me.
I know. It doesn't talk back.
Yeah, but some days, you just don't care. I don't think. Mm-hmm. You're like, fuck it. I got a good life. It's like it's all about like knowing that some days are gonna be sad, some days aren't. Some days are gonna be you're gonna feel this way. Some days you're gonna feel that way.
Yeah.
It's like before therapy, I always was like, how do I stay in constant happiness? And why isn't my life like that? Shouldn't I be constantly happy? And then my therapist was just like, no. He's like, what? What kind of fucking world are you living in?
That's great.
Constant happiness? I was like, I just want to be like a positive person. He's like, what's positive? Nobody's a positive person. They're just positive about this thing some days. Positive about, you might be negative about that thing tomorrow. Who knows? Yeah. It was like such a eye-opening kind of thing because you're like, if you can accept the days that you're like, oh, I'm sad today. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sad. Whatever.
Yeah, this is just a day that I happen to be sad.
Yeah.
I'm not a sad person.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's the same way with like trying to find a love of some sort. You know, you're like, fuck that one up. Like, you'll just be like, oh shit, shouldn't have asked her out that way. That's whatever. But if you like dwell on it and you make it who you are, then that's like the bad stuff. Where I'm like, I'm just fucking terrible at meeting people. If I think that, then it's like all over. Yeah. You just have to be like, all right.
Well, you're very personable. Like, I mean, I feel like she'll come.
It's all a fucking act.
Oh, is it? It's just the beast.
It's the beast. Go back down.
Do you talk to your therapist about the beast?
No.
Okay.
Well, I have. I've talked to him about how I'm always drinking, and he's like, stop drinking. And I'm like, it's not that easy, man. He's like, well, if you want to, stop.
Yeah.
Do you want to? And I'm like, kinda. And he's like, then stop. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I've gone like months because of us just being like, you know, not like, but I'm the same way. I'm always like, I'll be back. I want to be back.
Yeah.
You know, but also I haven't gone to my therapist in forever because you know, he had a thing going on, so he kind of like stopped all of his shit, and now he's back, but he only does phone calls right now until September. And he was like, we can call, and I'm like, I have ADD, dude. I'm like, if I'm on the phone, I'll be like walking around, like I can't. I need to be looking at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
So I haven't really gone to therapy in like a month and a half, and it's like a back massage. It's like, oh, you need it. I need it.
Yeah.
You know,
you gotta get those knots out.
Gotta get the knots out. And who knows? Maybe I'll just stop drinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love it too much.
It's so fun.
It's the funnest.
Okay, so this is how we're going to end.
Okay.
Okay, I want to know the last time the Beast came out, what did you do? Or a favorite Beast story.
A favorite Beast story?
Yes. And then we'll end there.
Oh, man. Well, I'm not good with stories because...
You're great with stories. You just told some great ones.
I know, but I was just... When it's not prompted, I can't... Well, the Beast came out yesterday, but that's not a great story because nothing bad happened.
Okay,
or nothing like crazy happened. I just drank, got fucking hammered, had a good time, went home, spent a good amount of money.
Who's your sidekick that you, when you guys are together, it's just like
my sidekick?
Yeah,
oh,
that where it's just like, oh, this is bad. Is it like Feeney?
It was Cannon.
Yeah,
it was Mike Cannon. He has stopped drinking because he was doing it in solidarity with his wife when she was pregnant.
Yeah.
And then he's just like lost weight and is probably way better for it. And he's got a kid. And it's like, when he drank too, we were just like two peas in a fucking pod. We were like just blackouts together, like Tweedledee, Tweedledum, walking into parties being like, fuck you, you know? Like saying the most terrible things to people and everything. But I just drink so much that it's like it all kind of fades into the days fade into each other. I can't really think of anything, and I feel like I'm letting you down.
You're not letting me down. You could never let me down.
Okay.
Never. All right, just don't ask me out.
Would you like to? Just by the way, this podcast is a date, right? Because that's how I see it.
Absolutely not. No way in hell. I'm going to cancel you for thinking this podcast is a date.
Okay. Here's a crazy thing I did that put me in a very bad, not a bad situation, but there's sometimes when the Beast comes out and then I'm having a really great night.
Yeah.
And the Beast is like, let's keep going. And I'm like, I don't know if there's anywhere to go. And he'll be like, you'll find a place. And then you're sitting in some fucking dude's room. Everybody's doing coke. I'm doing coke. It's 4 people. One's a girl, so it's like you kind of feel like weird for her, you know, because she's like with 3 other dudes. This happened. Like, I just kept drinking, and then went to Patty's, kept drinking, did a little cocaine.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge.
Just a sniffle.
And once that happens, it's all over. And then we went to some dude's house, and that's when I'm sitting there, and the Beast is like, stick around, but this is maybe leave soon. You know, where I'm like, dude, we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be here in the first place. I was there till 9 a.m.
Oh, my God.
9 a.m. That's like, that's when a day starts for for people. That's when they're like, they've been up already for an hour.
Yeah.
And they're leaving. And they're late.
Yeah.
9 a.m. is late to work. So I'm at this fucking guy's house till 9 a.m. just doing rails and like drinking like a crazy person. And that night started at like 5 p.m.
Oh, wow.
So we're just like drinking until 9 a.m. And that happens a lot. That's not even like a young Brendan kind of thing to do. I was up till 7 a.m. like 3 weekends ago. Just drinking with somebody and you know, trying to get fucking. That's when I made out with that lady. But
the nice young lady.
Yeah, I feel bad talking about it, to be honest.
Well, we didn't use any names.
No.
You were a complete gentleman.
It's my story too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
is.
know, it's. I'm very aware that it's her story, but it's my story too. I'm
You
allowed
were
to talk
there.
about it.
You were equal parts.
I was kind of there, yeah. But
Not mentally.
I was so drunk that like, not so drunk, but we stayed there so long that the drunk passed. Like I was like, oh, I'm like sober now.
Yeah.
7 a.m.
I've done that
I'm
before.
Sober now.
Yeah, it's like I could go to work.
Yeah, am I gonna go to the gym?
Yeah, I'll just make sure I get a coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that happens a lot. So I have to. I probably have to take like a small little bit of a break. But
Yeah.
I'm lucky that I still have fun doing
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to be a fucking guy who's like 50 years old, getting hammered, big ass face, red face, no wife or no buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Still fucking, you know, living that life.
Oh, yeah.
That's when it's like, okay. That's when it gets brutal, where the beast is just dead.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I feel like I have a similar, but it's again inverted. Like my biggest fear is drinking so much, squandering away opportunity, and then settling in a marriage, in a family that I regret.
That's huge. I mean, the amount of shit I've probably fucked up from being drunk is like, it's like astronomical. It's like I've shown up to these like big parties like where I should be like, hello, you've heard of me, probably, maybe, hopefully. I'm a normal person that has great jokes. Nice to meet you. Let's make money. But I'm like, fuck it. Where's the free back massage? There a free back massage person here? So.
Oh, I mean, if you worry about every single opportunity, it's you'll kill it. We'll jump off a roof.
Yeah.
You know, and the amount of one time I thought about the amount of opportunities that were in my court and I didn't even know that I won't let myself go down there.
I don't have anything like that, I don't think, because nobody's ever told me, but if that would kill me as well. I think we're very similar in that way, where if I was like, if I was like, dude, if someone was like, dude, that whoever was thinking about using you for blah, 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 but then you threw up in your shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right at Gotham Christmas party.
Did you do that?
No. Come on. That would be crazy. No,
another wink?
I've winked twice already.
Oh, well.
Thanks for having me. This was very fun.
It's fun, right?
Yeah.
We have a good time.
What else was I going to do? Sunday, I was probably clean my room.
I know.
Maybe.
Yeah, who needs it?
Who needs it?
You know what I mean? And, where can people find you?
Oh.
Yeah.
My
Plug
address
yourself,
is
baby.
1919
Astoria
Land. I live in Astoria Land. You could obviously find me on Twitter. Instagram is, my shit. I love it so much. My podcasts are Garbage Days, which is a free podcast that I do with Scott Chaplin, who's a very funny young man. And then if you want to spend a little money, What's the Scenario with Mike Cannon and Mike Feeney. It's a Patreon podcast, and we would love to have you.
Look at that. That was beautiful.
Also, my YouTube. We got to push the YouTube.
Really? Is that the thing now?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I can't even.
Please subscribe to my YouTube. That's it. I have a web series up on
Oh,
there.
You do?
I have about 3 episodes.
Look at that.
It's a short little web series.
He's moving and shaking.
I'm moving and shaking.
I like it.
It hurts that you didn't know about it, but it's fine.
Well, now I'm going to subscribe, and I will never miss another episode.
There won't be another episode.
Well, shit. I'll double click.
Do it right now.
We're out of time.
You said you subscribe.
I'll do it
now.
Oh, my internet's out.
Kidding.
Damn it.
I'm
I just can't seem to.
Ooh, you pour water on your laptop.
Yeah.
Oh, no. All right. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I love you very
much. You're the moon to my stars. Go get that fish, Brendan. Go get that fish.
Good time.